Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Jared.
Jared, how old are you?
I'm 38.
And what do you do?
So I'm a senior manager for a Fortune 500 company, and I'm also a baker on the side as well.
Okay, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
So for fun, love hanging out with friends and family. It could be anything from playing spades to being at a cookout to, at a party. Also love working out. Fitness is very important to me. So those are a couple of things that are important to me that I like doing.
Okay, and now what do you look for in a woman?
Honestly, someone who's beautiful inside and out. Someone who has a beautiful heart and amazing character.
Yes, sir.
You always are looking for somebody who's very attractive, but looks fade in your character is who you are at your core.
Right.
Someone who loves a joke, have fun, loves to be around family. Also somebody who loves to work out. Just like I just said, it's important to me. So just someone who I can create a safe space for.
Okay.
To where I feel appreciated, and to also where she can feel like she's being loved correctly.
He's a good man, Savannah.
All right, now what are some deal breakers?
A woman who lacks emotional intelligence, right? At this big grown age, I'm 38.
Damn!
I've been through a fair amount of things, so I just love a woman who's able to communicate how she feels, whether it may be good or bad. Just being able to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, this right here seems like an older crowd, which is good. So we should expect more mature pops, you know what I'm saying? So nobody pops so far, that's good. Bro right here is 38 and he seems like he knows exactly what he wants, in the women, so that's good. But yeah, before we continue, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We almost at 100K, man, we're getting there.
Job's not finished.
All right, sounds good. So we have not got any pop balloons yet. So let me hand you a pick. Everybody says this is the hard part,
This is
but
the hard
I'm
part.
gonna
This is
have you
precious.
pop 3 balloons.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 3.
She got lingerie on?
This is pressure. Okay, we'll go right here.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more.
All right, I'm gonna go you. I apologize.
Okay, we'll actually start down there. You can stay right over here. All right, if we can have your name and age.
Sophia, 36.
And Sophia, what do you do?
I'm a programming specialist for a sports network. I'm a DJ, designer, Sophia.com, and a music publisher.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I like the way he dressed. He spoke very well, and just wanted to hear him out. So, yeah.
All right. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Honestly, it was tough. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
I just had to pick 3. The whole panel was amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. We had another one over here. Your name and age.
Anita, I'm 37.
And Anita, what do you do?
I'm a contract analyst by day, and I'm a DJ and actress as well.
Yeah, it ain't.
Right. And so why was your balloon unpopped?
He's attractive, and I liked what he had to say.
Nice. And why'd you end up popping hers?
Once again, I just had to pop 3. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I just had to pop somebody. I apologize.
Thank you.
Shit,
And then last one over here. Your name and age.
Nikki, 33.
And Nikki, what do you do?
I own a balloon delivery service.
Oh, that's the coincidence. And so, Nikki, why was your balloon unpopped?
He's handsome, and I just wanted to hear what he had to say.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
I just wasn't honestly a fan of the gold in the hair. Other than that, you're very
Fairy hair.
yeah, you're very attractive. Other
Thank
than
you.
that, yeah. So
I
that's
like
fine.
to sparkle.
What a coincidence. She supplies balloons. I might have found the plug. But me personally, what she got on, is this night attire? Like, it seems like this some shit like you wear to bed or some shit on some lingerie shit.
Good girl. All right. So I am now going to have you ask our remaining 6 ladies a question.
Okay. So the first question I had for the remaining ladies is, what's something from your previous relationship that you learned about yourself that you're going to take into your next relationship that make you a better person?
Okay.
Okay, we'll start here first. Name and age.
I like that.
Hi, my name is Shahira. I'm 35.
And Shahira, what do you do?
I am a footwear designer. I have my own footwear brand for women with larger shoe sizes, 9 through 14.
Okay, nice. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Vulnerability is the number one thing that I've learned from my past, and just to be more open and communicative about my feelings. I would hold things in, and then it would just, come out in ways that wasn't beneficial to the relationship. So now I'm learning to communicate, be honest, be vulnerable, because I want the same in return. So, yeah.
For sure.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae Moore with 808 and Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
Nice. Yeah. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned, I would say I haven't been in a relationship since I've been saved. So now that I'm saved, it's really the Lord who's changed how I have relationships now. So I would say that what I've learned from the Lord is patience, having the fruits of the Spirit, patience, communication, understanding, just allowing someone to just not making assumptions on what they mean, maybe asking them, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
And just having a heart posture that is good,
Thank you. Your name and age.
My name is Jessica, and I'm
Same.
36.
And Jessica, what do you do?
I am artistic director for a dance studio.
Okay.
And if you can just answer his question.
Sure. I would say something that I didn't do in my relationship that I'm focused on prioritizing this time around is making sure that I make my significant other the most important person. I think sometimes we allow time to get away from us and devoting too much time to other things, but just prioritizing quality time with that person.
Okay.
Facts.
All right, your name and age.
Katera Wilder, 38, and I'm a biomedical engineer.
Now, Katera, if you can go ahead and answer his question.
So for my previous relationship, I realized that love isn't enough. I was in a relationship and we loved each other deeply, but we needed more than just that. It needed to make sense in terms of logistics, like where we lived. It was a long distance relationship. And so as much as I want to have a partner, I want someone who's also intentional about making sure that they're ready for a relationship like a marriage.
Okay.
Your name and age.
Liz,
Biotech.
I'm 36.
Liz, what do you do?
I'm a business consultant for a software company.
A lot of smart ladies up in here today. All right.
Like I would say, you can see the difference in the flow of the show with this episode right here so far. Seems like a mature, educated crowd. We got ladies that are saved. They're all covered up. Besides, Miss Sparkles over here. It's a good panel, man.
A lot of smart ladies up in here today. All right. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I would say the number one thing that I learned is how to be a better communicator. I would say at times I probably wasn't the best communicator, even little things like if I need more time to think before we have a conversation about an argument we just had, I wasn't the best at communicating that. So I would say how to be a better communicator, for sure.
And our last lady over here, your name and age.
My name is Natalie. I'm 38 years old.
Natalie, what do you do?
I'm a licensed social worker.
And if you want to answer his question.
The one thing that I would take from my last relationship is that I was too forgiving of behaviors and words that were said. So for instance, if they tell me that they're not ready for a relationship, I need to move on. And in that fact, I was too forgiving and I would give too many chances to try and prove myself. And that is one thing that I know that I will be taking on moving forward, to not be so forgiving.
Okay. So the main things I really heard was communication and not being lenient to certain behaviors, and time, quality time. Those are valid answers, you know what I'm saying? And I realize communication is the main issue in relationships out here, because everybody say communication. We just don't know how to talk to each other no more, man. I don't know what happened, man. We got to learn to talk to each other more, man. Express our feelings out here. Be emotionally intelligent, as they say, all right?
Let's head on back. And now, what about for yourself? What's something you learned from your last relationship?
Communication is key. Without communication, the relationship will become stagnant, and you really won't know your partner like you should. So communication is key, and that's what I take.
Okay, so you did hear a lot of responses. It's now time to pop 2 balloons.
Okay. So we're gonna go down here first.
Pick wisely, my brother.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna let you pop your 2 first, and then we'll see why.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, and then one more.
Good pick. Go first one.
They all had similar answers, so this is. Oof.
Oh, okay. So let's go to the one you ended up popping, and then we'll come back to her.
Oh,
All right.
brother.
So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Physically, I do find him to be attractive. The cliche of I want to hear him out and hear more of what he had to say. But yeah, so that was it, really.
I see. And why did you end up popping her balloon?
Honestly, you're attractive. You're amazing. I love your answer. But when you started talking, you got the gemstones on your teeth, and I just honestly just wasn't a fan of that. Yeah.
Hey, to each their own. What can I say? It's there, but I can take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not forever.
Like you put it yourself, or you had to get it like implanted?
I put it myself. I implant it.
Like,
No.
you know, some people actually do that.
If I had to take it off tonight, I could take it off.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. All right. Thank you.
Damn.
But each their own.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a gemstone, to be honest. He just said that just to say it, in my opinion. I feel like it was the answer in terms of, not being forgiving, which I respect, Don't just let nobody walk over you. But I can see why that answer is different from the other answers.
And then we did get a pop over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped because I feel like when I was giving my answers, I could tell you were like looking around, trying to figure some things out. So I just didn't feel that connection there when I was answering. But you're attractive. I love your fit.
Jealousy.
Yeah, but just didn't feel that connection.
And now she's someone that's your type?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Honestly, it's difficult up here, because everybody's attractive. So you're trying to figure something out on the fly, right? So I do apologize for that, but my focus was on you.
Oh,
Dang.
well, thank you.
In terms of looks wise, she's definitely top 3. 1, she my number 1. 2, then I go 3 in that order. But she got a little jealous, huh? That's what happened right there. She felt the attention was on the other ladies, and she had to take herself out the game. Gotta stop doing that, baby.
Okay, we now have 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
So who is the most important man in your life, and what qualities stand out about him to you?
Okay, let's start their comeback. All right, who's the most important man in your life, and what qualities stand out about him?
Yeah, it's definitely my father. He is a genuine person. He loves my mother. And I just feel like I've seen what it looks like to have a husband who is funny. He likes to have fun. He was actually at a probate yesterday because he's an alpha, and so he still has fun even in his old age. But he's also serious, and so yeah, he is my example.
Okay.
No daddy issues, yes. Hey, man, she might be a catch, man. And she's in biotech. Whew. Come on, brother. Lock in.
Hey, what about over here?
I would have to echo her sentiments. My dad is the most important man in my life right now. He is just an extremely unique individual, and he always taught me to always be myself and to love people.
Yes, ma'am.
For sure.
Shout out to
And
the
let's
dads
hear
out
from
there,
you over
man.
here.
I'd have to say my grandfather. He's my favorite person in the world. He's so amazing. He just is a provider. He cares about us. He takes care of us. I mean, even now, like, he gets my oil changed. So, like, I'm just used to he's just somebody who he takes care of the household. He takes care of 2 households. Right. So I just love him. Yeah.
And what about here?
I would say the same. My grandfather, he was so kind, and his love for the Lord was amazing. Like, that's what I strive to be. And he just loved love. He recently passed away the day before Valentine's Day, and it's just so coincidental because, he was just so loving, so kind. He was also a provider. I didn't have to think about anything when I was with my granddad, and he was 95, and that's exactly the kind of man that I want to marry one day. And he taught me about vulnerability and all that stuff. So I'm a completely different person thanks to my granddad. So.
Okay. Now, that was really a good question. I ain't gonna lie. It really gets to see like the dynamic with their male figures in their lives, Shout out to the dads and the grandfathers out there, man. That's for sure. We love a strong male presence in a female's life, man. That's very important, you dig? So they can see how they want their men to be, to set a good example. I'm liking this episode right now so far, man. This is refreshing. I hope you'll feel the same way. And rest in peace to her granddad, man. The Valentine's Day, he was full of love, man.
That's a good question. All right, I am gonna have you pop one balloon.
Okay. Go right here.
Okay. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I think he's attractive.
Thank you.
You seem well put together and like you have a good head on your shoulder. So that's why I didn't pop.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
The other three ladies, they seem a little bit more outwardly extroverted than you. So that's the only reason why. You're beautiful. Yeah.
Now, are you more of an introvert?
I turn both on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough up here. I get it.
It's all good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
A bad three.
Question would be, if there was one thing your partner could do that'd make you immediately smile and have butterflies in your stomach, what would it be?
These are some good questions that get you thinking and get to know the person, and also get like a cheat code just in case you do match. You know what to do. Smart brother, man.
And have butterflies in your stomach, what would it be?
I'm gonna write that down.
Let's go here.
Notes.
I would say just like small touches, like touch me on my back or, just little things when I'm not expecting it. Just small, like not words of affirmation, but touches of affirmation.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
What about over here?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Thoughtful gifts. I like thoughtful gifts. They're nice. Yeah.
You want me to trick?
And over here.
I love to dance, and so I would just love to have a partner while we're cooking, just to like grab me, twirl me around, and just dance in the kitchen. That would just make my heart melt.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, if you don't.
What about for yourself? I know they want to know.
Honestly, just words. Hey, like, how was your day? How are you? I was in a situation before where I didn't get that. So, that resonates with me. So words of affirmation is my love language, my first one. So that's what it is.
All right.
He said, talk to me,
Time to
baby.
pop a balloon.
Talk to me.
Oh, okay. Let's
She
come
said
this way. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So I was like, I really didn't want to pop. I think you're attractive and I love what you
Appreciate
do. I think your career is great and like what you have going on. I'm very into men with purpose and who are high achieving. So I think that that's awesome. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't have anything to pop on him. But I do feel like you're a little bit older. I mean, I'm open. That's why I was like, should I wait? Because I'm open to dating somebody a little bit older. But I'm used to dating people who are maybe like younger looking. And so that's kind of it. It's not a lot. You're awesome.
Come on. You can't do that. As a saved woman, you can't be doing that. Probably this was God probably sending you the man you deserve. And you're gonna pop because he looks older or some age. He checked all these boxes. And it came down to the age. And he's not that old, 38. That's good age. He might look older, but maybe that's what you need. Because the reason why we're on the show is because the things we've been going for previously have not worked out. So try something new.
That's kind of it. It's not a lot. You're awesome.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. And I just want them to have a chance. I want you to have a chance with somebody. Yeah.
No, how about you though? You deserve somebody too.
Got you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
For sure. I usually go for women who are a little bit taller, but she's very beautiful. So definitely my type.
Thank you. All right, our 2 ladies left. Any questions for him?
Now she ready for a samurai fight.
You ready? Okay.
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Okay. In the next 2 years, getting a promotion with my company, and then also growing my bakery business. So those are the 2 things that I see myself going in the next 2 years.
What about relationship though?
Okay. What about over here?
I'm curious about a life philosophy or motto and why that is for you, if you have one.
I won't necessarily say I have a life philosophy. One thing I always think about is, just striving for results and failing fast. You know, if you have a short-term memory, you know, you're able to like just move on to something else really quickly. And just having that mentality to where you just attack each and every day the same way.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't pop, please.
All right, we're down to our final two. It is time to pop a balloon. Oh, you had another question?
Well, follow up to that. Where do you see yourself? So I was looking for a specific
Okay.
answer. Do you see yourself getting married, having kids? Like, what's the family goals of yours?
My family goals, it's interesting because I always thought I would have a family, kids by the time I was 25. Obviously, that didn't happen, right? We all have these ideals. But in the next 2 years, going towards that. Marriage in 2 years is fast. But you know, if you find your partner and you all speak to each other and that happens, then that happens.
Right.
Never put a time limit on anything. But yeah, on that trajectory, for sure.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to pop.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, and why'd you end up popping?
Just because I want someone who is marriage-minded and focused on building a family. And, you know, time is, you just never know what can happen, but I want someone that has that on their forefront of their mind. So,
Okay. For sure.
All right, now she's someone that's your type?
For sure. Like I said, I usually talk to taller women. She's very beautiful, very attractive. Great career. So yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah, I knew when she asked that question, when he started talking about his job, she meant relationship-wise, family-wise. Like she said, he didn't have that in the forefront of his mind, so he's not really focused on marriage, kids, whatever. Like, that's not his main thing. He's trying to get his businesses and his career going, like, for real. I see where she's coming from, for sure.
We do have our last lady over here, so just want to ask as well, is she someone that's your type?
She is. She is.
That boy ain't got no
You got
time.
all 32 out. Come on up here. I'll have you stand on that side of me. No, you'll stand over here. Okay, y'all. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if we've got a match?
Please.
How would your friends describe you?
Funny, outgoing, inspirational. I have a group of around like 50 fellas that we always motivate each other every single day.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
You know 55 people.
Yeah, I
Closely.
do. Like closely, yeah. And we all push each other every day, whether it may be something physical along the lines of working out, or within like your work sector. We push each other every day. So yeah, that's what they would describe me as.
And you're good with questions? You have a last one? One last one, if you have one.
Do you have any children?
No.
No?
Oh,
okay.
Wow, she
I
might
don't
be a
either.
catch, bro.
So.
Okay. Well, let me ask my question then. Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
We got a match!
Hey, man.
I'll take the mic.
You know, we love
and you guys
love.
can go on off. Get your girl. Make some noise for them ladies.
Overall, she might be a catch, bro. Very intelligent. She look good, too. No kids? Now, don't fumble that one, my brother. Make sure you hold that one tight. But a question comes in my mind. A beautiful lady, well-articulated, well-educated. How has nobody snatched you up yet? What's the history? But yeah, I guess that's for my brother to find out.
Job's not finished.